My name is Walter Schulz. I'm the VFX director at Kubrick. I'm a visual effects supervisor in the movie industry. I've been working in the industry for 30 years now, having done post-production and also on-set supervision, having worked on through all the different mutations that the industry does every 5 years or so. It's a fascinating world, and you have to always stay ahead for what's next. I've been fascinated with flying my entire life, and that leads you into aerospace, and it leads you into other civilizations. They all go together. Prometheus struck a chord with me as a movie. I remember I watched that movie that year 25 times the first year. I was counting it because I was studying it. And not only that, it also fascinated me how they did the intro shots, because they were kind of Earth-like, but much larger. And you still had some kind of river, but you could tell right away it was not Earth, because the scale was much bigger than that. Then when Unreal Engine took off, I'm like, I want to recreate this with Unreal Engine, because now I can actually do this and see what it looks like. And I couldn't get the scale that I was looking for. Then with Kubrick, it just came to me. Immediately, I set to work. And beyond that is, how do I represent these images that are just really flat images in a way that will be appealing and look similar to flying into those environments? So I came up with the Cove stage, which is basically a virtual stage in the computer, surrounding with maybe 180 degree, where based on where the horizon was is where I would cut that line of the cove at the bottom floor. And trying to fly a camera in a very, very, again, being a pilot, I know what that would look like. One shot would be generating the environment, bring it into Unreal Engine, and apply it to a cove stage. The only thing I had to do was deform it with a lattice inside Unreal Engine in a way that would allow me to look at that horizon in a better way. So it didn't look like it was elevated with a weird curvature moving up in the cove stage. Once I had that done, I applied the camera, and it was really a simple process, having just that very small subtlety to make it feel like you are flying into it. Because if you are that high, and if it's an environment that large, you will barely move. But even those few pixels that are going forward, you feel like you are very high and you're really moving. Entirely generated the image in Kubrick, and then utilized the segmentation to separate the sky from the cockpit itself, and then outpainted the sky and completed whatever plate I needed to be able to see if there was a parallax. Just the camera move makes it look like they're actually functional. The studios in the industry that are utilizing Kubrick benefit the most with my latest favorite feature, which is segmentation by object. It's not just simply a veil revealing the entire thing linearly. It's actually detecting this is a rock, so it should stay together. This is a tree, it should stay together. That's just amazing. I come from another artistic world before I went into visual effects, which was music. So I was already living in a creative world. By the same token, what makes you write a good song? And I learned over being a lifelong musician is allow yourself to be a creator. Basically, do nothing. Do nothing. Find inspiration. The inspiration will trigger that spark.